Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going over the Day 13 matches for the 2023 World Darts Championship. This is taking place Friday, December 30th. There's an afternoon and an evening session, each containing 3 round 4 matches. Each one of those matches is first to 4 sets. These are the last 6 round 4 matches, and then there's a break on Saturday, and the 4 quarterfinals will be played Sunday, the 2 semis on Monday, and then the final will take place next Tuesday. The quarterfinals are first to 5 sets, the semis are first to 6 sets, and the final is first to 7 sets. Match number 1, Kim Huybrechts versus Dimitri Van den Bergh. Kim made the quarterfinals in 2012. Dimi made the quarterfinals in 2018 and 2020. They've played each other 13 times in their career. Dimi taking 8 of those. None of those were majors. They played each other once this past year, and Dimitri won that in a Players' Championship match. The winner of this match plays Johnny Clayton in the quarterfinal. Let's look at the stats. Power rankings, Dimitri's 50 points higher on TV, 3 points higher on averages, twice as many 180s, 2% higher on checkout, 3 points higher on first 9 and first 3. Just shows how Dimitri's a little bit more of a solid player throughout the season. Let's look at their third round match stats. Huybrechts won 4-1 versus the number 2 seed Peter Wright, which is a pretty big upset. He had a 91.5 average, 35% checkout, 4 180s and 17 140s. Wright seemed a little bit off in this match, 91 average, 32% checkout. Something seemed up with him. Maybe it had to do with his wife being sick in the past months, but you never know. Huybrechts still played pretty well in this match, enough to keep Peter off his heels, and he took it down fairly easy. Van den Bergh won 4-1 against the Polish Eagle, Krzysztof Ratajski, with a 93 average, 52% checkout, 3 180s and 14 140s. Ratajski played okay, 92 average, 36% checkout, wasn't enough. You got to go Van den Bergh here. Van den Bergh's A game is at a much higher level than Huybrechts is. I can see him easily averaging a match above 100. Huybrechts, I can't say the same. I think if they're both in good form tomorrow, Van den Bergh takes it down pretty easily. 4-1 or 4-2. Match number 2, Gabriel Clemens versus Alan Suitor. Clemens made the last 16 in 2021, and Suitor made the last 16 in last year. They played each other once in 2021, and Suitor took that down. The winner of this match plays Gerwin Price in the quarterfinal. Let's look at the stats here. Power rankings, Suitor's 70 points higher on TV. Looking at the averages, they're around the same. 180s, Clemens is slightly higher. Checkout percentage is about the same. First 9 and first 3, almost identical. On paper here, pretty even match. Darts Oracle saying 62% for Suitor, probably due to recent form. Let's take a look at their third round match stats. Both of these matches were pretty awesome. Clemens won 4-3 versus Jim Williams in a great match. He averaged 97, 40% checkout, 8 180s, 32 140s, and he had a 157 checkout. Williams averaged a 98 with 65% checkout in that match, and he still lost. I feel for him. That was a great showing. Suitor played Danny Noppert, and he won 4-2. He was down 0-2 in sets and came back and won 4 on the trot. 93 average, 50% checkout, 5 180s, 20 140s. He did have a 152 checkout in that match too. Very even third round stats. Gabriel had a little bit higher average, and I'd say a stronger opponent. Danny fell off after his second set. Due to the strength of Clemens' opponent and his higher average, I gotta go with him to win this one. I think it's going to be fairly close. I think he's going to win 4-2 or 4-3. Gabriel Clemens. Next up, we have Michael Smith versus Joe Cullen. This one's going to be insane. Smith made the final in 2019 and last year. Both times he was runner-up. If he wins the tournament this year, he becomes world number 1. Joe Cullen made the last 16 in 2021. They've played 23 times in their career, Smith taking 13 of those. They've played 5 majors in their career, Smith taking 4 of those. The latest was the Grand Slam quarterfinal, where Smith won 16-15 versus Cullen. Let's look at the stats. Power ranking on TV, Smith's over that 1900 mark, but Joe Cullen's right there at 1860, fairly close. Averages 97 for Smith, 94 for Cullen. 180s, Smith's at 715. Cullen's approaching 500. Both top 10 180 hitters on tour. Checkout percentage, Smith's got him by a couple percentages. First 9 and first 3. Smith's got him by about 3 on both. Let's take a look at their third round stats. Smith was down 3-1 versus Martin Schindler. He came back and won 4-3. He had a 95 average, 40% checkout, 6 180s and 32 140s. Cullen won 4-0 against the best checkout percentage guy on the tour, Damon Hedda. He had a 98 average, 36% checkout, 5 180s and 20 140s. Damon and Schindler both averaged 94 here, but Damon didn't show up on his doubles like he should have, and kind of gave Cullen the match that way. This is a very tough match to call. Darts Oracle saying 63% for Michael Smith. His scoring is going to be slightly higher. I'm just not sure if Cullen's going to be hitting those clutch doubles. This is another one of those coin flip matches, and I'm pretty sure it's going to go to a last set decider, hopefully a last leg decider. I'm going to go Joe Cullen to win this one, 4-3. If they're both playing A game, I think Smith takes it down. But just that little bit of trouble he had being down 3-1 to Schindler, that's the inconsistency that I think is going to lead to Cullen winning this match. He took it down 4-0. He hit all the doubles he needed to. He hit all the big numbers when he needed to. I think he's in slightly better form in terms of consistency, and I think that's why Cullen takes this one down 4-3. All right, and on to the evening session. We have Rob Cross versus Chris Dobey. Cross won the tournament in 2018. Dobey made the last 16 in 2019, 2020, and last year. They've played each other 11 times, Cross taking 7 of those, and they've played each other in 2 majors, Cross winning both of those, the 2022 match play and the 2019 match play. The match play this year, Dobey was up 8-3 on him, and Cross came back and won 11-9, which was pretty incredible, and that might be wearing on Dobey's mind at this point. Let's take a look at the stats. Looking at the power rankings on TV, almost identical. These guys are equally as powerful. Averages, 1 point away. 180s, I haven't seen them this close. Two off. Checkout percentage, this is where they separate slightly. Almost 42 versus a 36 for Dobey. That's almost 6% difference here. And first 9 and first 3, identical again. Not seeing any difference here but the checkout percentage. Let's look at their third round stats. Cross won 4-1 against Mervyn King with a 99 average, 43% checkout, 5 180s and 17 140s. Dobey beat Gary Anderson 4-1 also. He had a 95 average, 38% checkout, 8 180s and 20 140s. Very even match on paper. Very even match looking at their recent form. Got to go Cross here because you know he's got that bottle. He's got that consistency. He's averaged 100 the last 2 rounds. He's got the higher checkout percentage. Dobey surprised me, and he did play very well against Anderson. But I think Cross is going to take it down. He's going to be cleaning up and on Dobey's heels if he makes any mistakes. And I think Cross takes it down 4-2 or 4-1. Next up, we have Michael van Gerwen versus Dirk van Dijvenbode. Battle of the Dutchmen. MVG won this tournament in 2014, 2017, and 2019. If he wins this year, he becomes world number 1. So that's going to be in the back of his mind. Dirk made the quarterfinal in 2021. They played each other 9 times, MVG winning 8 of those, and they played in 1 major, and MVG took that one down. The winner of this plays the winner between Cross and Dobey in the quarterfinals. Let's take a look at their stats. MVG's at 1974, approaching the 2000 mark. Dirk, 1842, really good, but over 100 points lower on TV. Averages, MVG's got 1 point on him, but they're both around 98. 180s, Mike's approaching 500, Dirk's approaching 600. Checkout percentage is identical. First 9 and first 3, both crazy high, between 105 and 108. Michael's slightly higher on those. Let's take a look at their third round stats. MVG won 4-2 versus Menser. He had a 108 average, 38% checkout, 12 180s, 35 140s. Menser averaged 98, in that match with 65% checkout. 13 out of 20. That's borderline unplayable by MVG. Let's look at DIRK. He won this morning 4-3 versus Ross Smith. He faded 5 match darts from Smith. I was gutted for him. I was rooting for him to win that match. I still like DIRK, but I thought Smith deserved to win it. DIRK had a 93 average, 40% checkout, 12 180s, and 26 140s. You watch that game, and you see how close it was and how high the standard was, and then think to yourself, MVG averaged almost 15 points higher than DIRK did. Yeah, you got to go MVG here. Darts Oracle's saying 82% for him to win. I got to agree. I don't see anyone else winning this tournament other than MVG right now. He has it in his eyes. He's got the confidence back. He's the old MVG. Very little doubt in my mind that anyone can stand up to him right now. Possibly Humphries or Price if they're playing at their peak ability and Van Gerwen is having a bad day. Other than that, I don't know. Good luck to everyone. We got MVG to win this one 4-1. All right, and the last match of the night and the last match of the 4th round, we have Luke Humphries versus Stephen Bunting. Humphries made the quarterfinal in 2019, 2020, and last year, and Bunting made the semifinal in 2021. They played each other 7 times, Humphries taking 5 of those. None of those matches were majors. The winner of this plays the winner between Smith and Cullen tomorrow in the quarterfinal. Let's take a look at their stats. Power rankings on TV. Humphries is 100 points higher. Averages 3 points higher for Humphries. 200 more 180s. Close to 4% higher on checkout. First 9 and first 3, 2 points higher for Humphries. Overall, just more consistent of a player. That's why he's world number 5. Let's take a look at their 3rd round stats. Humphries won 4-3 versus Van der Voort. He had a 96 average, 41% checkout, 8 180s, and 31 140s. Van der Voort put up a fight, took it to a last set decider. He actually played a lot better than I imagined. Humphries kind of let him in there, but he also played fairly well. A little bit of inconsistency from Humphries to let Van der Voort in, but in the last set decider, he really picked it up. I believe he averaged 113 in that set. Over to the next match. I didn't even expect Bunting to win this match. Bunting won 4-2, 102 average, 57% checkout, 9 180s and 9 180s and 35 140s. Looking at Chisnell's average of 102 with a 40% checkout, I'm very surprised to see that. I watched the match and I didn't think he averaged over 100 at all. I guess just the way the match went, they were both playing at such a high standard that it seemed like he wasn't playing that well. He did have a lot of missed darts in key spots. I think that's what it was. He had a lot of chances to win legs that would have switched the momentum around in the game. Even looking at this and seeing Bunting averaging 6 points higher, I can't say that Bunting's going to win this match. I got to go with Humphries to win 4-3 or 4-2. He's got a lot in the tank, and if Humphries plays his A game, even if Bunting's playing his A game, he's not going to be able to touch him. Humphries to take this one down 4-2 or 4-3. And that's it, guys. Next video will be for Sunday's quarterfinals. Let me know what you think about these picks. I know some of you are going to be disagreeing with these picks because they're very close. Let me know why you think the other guy's going to win. All right? And take it easy.